everybody to the Life Launch Center's 2020 Anxiety Scholarship Awards. This has been such an amazing opportunity for us to hear from the youth about some of the things that they struggle with and how anxiety affects them in their life. So for all of you who may not know, we put out a scholarship for $1,000 to all the high school graduates, and even college students can participate, to submit a video about how anxiety holds them back in life, okay? And they only had 30 to 90 seconds to make this video, and we had 24 submissions come in. They were great. They were all amazing submissions. And we're the panel of judges. I'm Joe Newman. This is Joni Dykes. We've got Arden Smith and Ben Harris, all founders of Life Launch Centers. And we had the difficult task of judging these videos. What was your experience in these submissions, you guys?
So hard. I was really impressed. I mean, I was like really surprised.
Very insightful, comments and ideas and submissions from the contestants.
Some of them were really touching too. There were a couple of them that drew some emotion out of me. It was really well done. I was impressed. I'll even say a little surprised.
Awesome. What do you think, Arden? What was your experience with it?
I love to see the diversity. You had some that were funny and intriguing, and then some were just very heartfelt. That, like Ben said, drew some emotion out of the viewers for sure.
Yeah. So it was really hard to narrow it down. In fact, we had only planned to give one scholarship away, the winner of $1,000, but because it was so good, we kind of felt like we needed to do a little bit more.
Absolutely.
So we decided to offer a second and a third place consolation prize of $100 consolation scholarship, so that can go towards some additional educational expenses. So maybe it'll buy a book or help out in some way, but we're so grateful for the submissions. You guys did so well. So I'd like to introduce our three finalists today. And we have with us on the Zoom meeting, joining us, I'd like to start by introducing Brighton. Brighton, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from, and a little bit about why you submitted for the Anxiety Scholarship.
Hello, my name is Brighton Toro, and I live in Lehi, Utah. I currently attend Skyridge High School, and I'm going to be graduating soon. I decided to submit for the Anxiety Scholarship because I've definitely felt in my life the stresses and anxieties that come with all sorts of things in my future. And when it comes to dealing with that, I've found different ways to deal with my problems, and I feel like the Anxiety Scholarship is a great way to help me with my anxiety for college. And I know it's a great center for helping those who have similar struggles to me.
Awesome. This is even on setting a little anxiety right now for all of us. Being on camera, it's a great way to help us build some resilience and deal with our anxiety. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for your submission. Let's introduce Kennedy. Kennedy, tell us a little bit about yourself, what high school you're from, and why the Anxiety Scholarship.
Okay, hi, I'm Kennedy. I'm from Springville, so I go to Springville High. I decided to do this Anxiety Scholarship because I just felt like it was something I could really share a good message with. I really struggled with anxiety since I was super little, so I could just really connect to it, and I wanted to be able to share a message of hope, and this scholarship was just a really good opportunity to do that. So.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you so much. And now we've got Saoirse. Saoirse, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what high school, and why the Anxiety Scholarship.
Hi, my name is Saoirse Bickerstaff. I'm from Draper, Utah, and I go to Corner Canyon High School. And I applied for this scholarship because college is very expensive and causes me a lot of anxiety, and so it seemed like the perfect combination. And I also am interested in making videos, and it seemed like a good way to start out.
That's awesome. Well, you guys all did really well. You could tell that your expertise in both understanding anxiety as well as making videos definitely has paid off. It's brought you to this point as a finalist. And we're just so thankful for the work that you put into this. Now, I'd like to ask, a little bit about your preparation and your inspiration behind your video. And we'll give you each a chance to kind of talk about that for just a minute, and then we'll watch your videos, okay? So Brighton, tell us, what was some inspiration that you had about making this video?
So ever since I was really little, even like 4 years old, I would tell my parents how worried I was about living on my own, being an adult. I would cry even when I was 6 years old about how I was going to pay for my insurance, for my car, for my house. And especially college was one of those big stressors in even my early life. And so as I've approached the time where I need to start going to college, I felt like that the biggest anxiety was definitely college. And so I should make my video about some of the things that stressed me out about living on my own. And so I also decided to try to keep it a little more upbeat, because I felt like having a positive attitude was something that really helped me to deal with anxiety. So in my video, I just went through some of the things that stressed me out and how I could deal with them and how other people like me could deal with it as well.
I love it.
I'm really impressed that shirt you shrunk. I can see you're wearing it. I'm not sure how you got it back to normal size, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome. So let's actually play Brighton's video, because what he talked about is very relevant. And so we're going to put that up on screen for everybody. All right, here we go. Here's Brighton's video. And
my name is Brighton Toro, and I'm going to college this fall, and it's causing major anxiety.
I don't even know how to cook. I don't know how to do my laundry either. I don't even know how to iron my clothes. Luckily, I can use the following 3 strategies to deal with my anxiety. Number 1. Curl up in a ball. Number 2, watch cat videos all day. Number 3, run away to Alaska. Well, maybe those aren't the best ideas. Some better strategies that help me with anxiety are: number 1, rock climbing. It's one of my favorite activities. Number 2, support from my family. Number 3, I can go to lifelaunchcenters.com for more information on dealing with my anxiety. Wish me luck at college.
amazing, Brighton. That was so fun. I loved what you talked about. Your inspiration definitely came through in the video. I was impressed with the production aspects of the video, the preparation. You even had to cut a hole in the shirt the size of that iron. I thought that was great. So, and it was interesting because when I saw it, I thought, I wonder if this is like that he really does feel these anxieties, or if this is just kind of, a fun way to make a video. But I love that you shared those personal feelings with us, and that, since you were a kid, these have been, worries that you've had. What do you guys think? What were your thoughts about his video?
Well, I thought that you hit where everyone could relate to you, because I'm sure a lot, probably everyone is feeling that when they go to college and they're kind of like, I don't know what to do. So I'm sure that's very relatable for everybody.
So the criteria, just so everybody knows, for the judging of this video, we judged on the creativity of the video. We judged on the message of the video. There was a strong message, how relevant the message was, and then the personal touch that you added to the video. And so, concerning those, how do you guys feel about Brian's video?
Very creative. I love the humor. Drew me in. I'm with Joni. I could connect. I remember those anxieties. In fact, I remember that very shirt. Actually, both of them. I remember both shirts. The one that I ironed the hole through, and the one that shrunk in the wash. But anyway, I thought very relevant. Yeah, it was well done. Well done.
I'm the same. I was right there. I didn't have the shrunk shirt, but I had the shirt that turned pink because I didn't know you're supposed to do the whites and the colors. And so that was very stressful because when you go to college, you don't want to look like that guy. And so it was very relevant for me and a good message. And I love the way that even with your humor, you gave some ideas for helps. And even if it's not Life Launch Centers, there's places where you can go to find tools. And so I love that you added that in there.
Although the mentioning Life Launch Centers didn't hurt.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, nice plug. I was like, this kid's got a future in marketing. This is great. Awesome. Well, thank you, Brighton, for that awesome submission. It was obviously did very well, and we're excited to reveal some results here in a little bit once we see the others. So let's move on to Kennedy. Kennedy, tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind your video.
So just like when I was reading through the requirements for the scholarship, I saw that it said be creative, and I'm super musical. So of course the first thought was to write a song. So I wrote a song, and my main goal was just to make it feel super real and just be completely honest and transparent in the music. So hopefully I did that. And the beginning of my video is very underwater. I'm like literally underwater. Yeah. And because that's sort of how anxiety feels to me. It feels like I'm underwater and I can't breathe. But then about halfway through, I talk about how you can heal. And so the camera literally like raises out of the water and things are in the sky, and it shows nature, and it just shows that there's hope. And then it goes back underwater because at the end I say like, it's okay to feel what you're feeling because it's real, but there's hope. So that was my inspiration, I guess.
Awesome. That is amazing. Okay, so let's watch it.
In a crowded room, but I can't breathe. When I come home, I can't feel a thing. How do you heal anxiety? How do you heal anxiety? Show me love. Show me patience. It's okay to hurt and heal, because what you feel is real.
So, judges, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing.
This was one of those for me that really brought in some emotion for me. In fact, watching it again, and I've watched it quite a few times so far as we've gone back and forth trying to judge these, but I got goosebumps again watching it because the message is powerful. I love the ending. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's normal. That's what's appropriate. And I'm with you. For me, anxiety feels like being underwater too. I totally related with that, connected that the minute I saw it. So thought that was awesome. And the video production, dang, I'm impressed.
Awesome. What do you guys think?
Yeah, very good production. My first thought is my daughter, and this is how she explains her struggles too. She feels like she's underwater and can't breathe, and this really hit home. It stirred a lot of emotions with me too. Very well done. Very well done.
Yeah, same thing. I was really impressed that you actually wrote the song. I was blown away. And so how you expressed it, a lot of us feel that way, so there was a connection there.
I really love the video. Again, I was really impressed that you wrote the song. I'm a musician as well, and your ability to capture the feeling of anxiety and then the ability to like inspire some hope afterwards, both in like the chords that you chose and the melody as well as the lyrics was amazing. It was great. So I gave you top marks in creativity and just the personal touch. I could tell like you really feel it. Very nice, nicely done. So, okay, we've got one more, Saoirse. Saoirse, let's see, we got Saoirse here. Now, Saoirse, tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind your video.
Okay, so I mean, like many people, I've dealt with anxiety since I was really little, and I didn't really have a name for it. I didn't know what it was. And until like pretty recently, I thought anxiety was a good thing because in an academic standing, it like forced me, like the panic of failure just made me get really good grades, and I got complimented for that and like encouraged to keep doing that. So I saw anxiety as like, it felt really bad, but it made me do really well. And then I like that same feeling in the different context of sports, like crippled me. I could not achieve very like, it started with climbing and then with running. I couldn't achieve anything like important with the anxiety I was feeling. So it forced me to like get some introspection and want to get help so that I could achieve, because as an achiever who suddenly like can't progress, I was like, what's going on? I really need to fix this. But yeah, that was the inspiration for my video.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's jump to the video then. Let's see Saoirse's video.
Hi, my name is Saoirse, and I suffer from anxiety. It especially manifests itself in school and in sports. I'm a runner, and anxiety holds me back from doing my best. I joined cross country and track my junior year of high school, and I'm a senior now. Before cross country or track practice, I would often feel sick. I wanted to prove myself to others, and the fear of not being good enough ran rampant through my mind at all times. My desire to be perceived as fast and worthy during workouts made me so panicked that I couldn't finish them for fear of passing out. This made me believe that I was a bad runner, which gave me more anxiety and made me worse in workouts, and the whole cycle just got worse and worse. Before races, I'd be so anxious, my hands would shake so much that I had trouble pinning my bib onto my jersey, and I felt like I was constantly on the verge of throwing up. I'm anxious to compete because I fear I won't be good enough for others' approval and that people will feel bad for me as a senior who's slower than all the freshmen. And yet I still love to run. So I talk to my friends about my worries, and I often find that I'm not alone in my anxiety. I race with them, and as time goes on, it becomes less and less scary. Anxiety holds me back. I'm doing my best to counteract it.
So I gotta start, just Saoirse, the vulnerability that you put out there in that video is so beautiful. And so often I think vulnerability onsets a lot of anxiety, and yet it's the thing that really connects us. Like when you see someone be vulnerable, you just want to wrap your arms around them and tell them they're amazing. And that's how I felt during that video. I was like, she is so wonderful, and I hope people tell her that every day because she needs to know it. So just, the creativity. I love the B-roll of your video, like the snail, the symbolism with the snail on the stalk, the race. It's like so well thought out. It's amazing. What do you guys think?
That was a good one for me too. Like Joe said, the vulnerability, being real, especially on camera, and letting everybody see it, that takes a lot of guts. So I really commend you for that. And the message that you speak, that's what we hear all the time. And I wish more kids could understand it's okay to feel that way as long as you're doing something about it, talking about it. But congratulations to you from just getting over that to, like I said, putting it out in front of who knows how many people are going to watch this. So good job.
That's what I felt like. A lot of it's like brave and vulnerable. How we all have it, we all have anxiety, and it's never going to go away. And so working through it or know what's best for us and how to go towards our goals. So I was impressed in that way.
Yeah, you got top scores in the personal touch, part for me, because that willingness to put that out there. And you didn't mince words either. You were just really straight up about it. I loved that. And I'm with Joe. I love the B-roll stuff. The snail just made me laugh. I love that. Great work on that video. It did a great job.
So 3 videos, 3 finalists. They're all amazing videos. I guess now it's time that we have to reveal the results. And honestly, it's kind of heartbreaking for me because they're all so good. I wish we could give you all a $1,000 scholarship. And I think that's why we decided to just give at least a 2nd and a 3rd place. Because they were so good, we'd like to help out just a little bit. Even though you may not have taken 1st, it's okay. You guys did so good. And we want to reward you for that.
And the difference in the scores was very small.
So the 2nd runner-up, we have to announce that in 3rd place, I guess, the 2nd runner-up goes to Saoirse Bickerstaff for her video about running. And we'd like to congratulate you on your amazing job. Thank you again, Saoirse, for your submission. You're amazing.
Yes, thank you.
All right, now for the winner, we'd like to announce that again, it was such a hard decision. Brian is such a creative and fun mind, and Kennedy, the amazing amount of talent and personalization into the video was really, really hard. But we did have to choose. So we're just going to announce the winner because obviously whoever we don't announce will be the 1st runner-up and will also receive a $100 scholarship to help with expenses. And so anyway, after a lot of deliberation, we found that Kennedy Bird was the winner of the Life Launch Center's 2020 Anxiety Scholarship Award. And again, it was so great, so hard to choose, but Kennedy, you are amazing. Just everything you did in that video was so good. How do you feel right now?
I'm gonna cry. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about what are you going to use this money towards? What are your plans for ongoing education?
I plan to go to SUU, but I want to be a theater teacher for high school students just because that's where I found my sanctuary in school, and I want to be able to provide that for other people.
Awesome. You've got some SUU alums sitting at the end of this table right here.
Yep.
Hey.
Very good school.
Awesome. Thank you. And Brighton, tell us, as a 1st runner-up, you got $100 coming your way. What are your ongoing educational aspirations, and how will you use this money?
I'm going to be going to BYU, and I'm going to be studying engineering and business, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah, the money will probably go towards my housing because living there is going to be expensive.
That's awesome. Well, that's amazing. And you guys, thank you again for all participating. We hope that these little scholarship and tokens of our appreciation can help encourage you in your ongoing education. All of you did so well. And just again, like to thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
So if for anybody out there, if you're not familiar with what Life Launch Centers is all about, we are involved in the business of helping youth and young adults overcome anxiety by building resilience. And we do that through group counseling. So not many people are maybe even familiar with the services available, but we do group counseling where youth and young adults can get together and talk about how anxiety affects them. And then we teach them this amazing curriculum called the resilience model that helps give them the emotional tools to sustain throughout life. And it's such a privilege. We encourage everybody to jump on the website, get some more information. There's a lot of resources available there. And thank you once again to all of our contestants for going through a little bit of anxiety themselves and participating in this and building your resilience and being awesome. You guys are great. You'll do well going forward. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.